Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the top 5 PC components you must upgrade in 2024 to get better FPS in your favorite games. Whether you're rocking a rig that's a few years old or you're just looking to squeeze out every last frame, these upgrades will give you the competitive edge you need. We'll be breaking down each component, explaining why it's important for FPS. Alright, let's kick things off with the big one. The graphics card. This is the beating heart of your gaming rig, rendering beautiful polygons and textures. The GPU market is constantly evolving with new architectures and faster memory. Upgrading to the latest generation can result in a massive FPS boost. We're talking buttery smooth 144 frames per second or higher, and the best part, you don't always have to break the bank. Even a mid-range card can outperform a high-end card from a few years ago. Consider your monitor's resolution and refresh rate before buying. No point in a beastly GPU if your monitor can't display those frames. Make sure your components work in harmony to maximize FPS gains. Next up, we have the processor, the brains of your gaming operation. While the GPU handles graphics rendering, your CPU ensures smooth system operation. A powerful CPU handles complex calculations, reducing bottlenecks and improving performance. Think of it this way, your GPU is like a race car, but your CPU is the driver. A skilled driver pushes the car to its limits. Upgrading to a newer CPU can significantly improve your FPS, especially in CPU-bound scenarios. We're talking about smoother gameplay, reduced stuttering, and faster loading times. Let's talk RAM, the unsung hero of your gaming PC. RAM, or random access memory, is essentially your system's short-term memory. It stores all the data that your CPU needs to access quickly, like game assets, textures, and instructions. Upgrading to faster and larger capacity RAM can have a noticeable impact on your gaming experience, especially in terms of smoother gameplay and quicker load times. Think of it like this. You're playing an open-world game, and you're driving through a vast city. With enough RAM, all the buildings, cars, and NPCs can be loaded into memory, making the experience seamless. But if you're running low on RAM, the system has to constantly swap data between RAM and your much slower storage drive, leading to those annoying stutters and frame drops. Upgrading to at least 16 gigabytes of RAM is a good starting point for modern gaming, and if you're really serious about performance, 32 gigabytes is the way to go. Alright, let's talk storage, specifically SSDs or solid-state drives. Now you might be thinking, Linus, how's my storage drive going to affect my FPS? Well, my friend, let me tell you, it's all about those load times. Switching from a traditional hard disk drive, HDD, to an NVMe SSD can drastically reduce the time it takes to boot up your system, load games and access files. We're talking about going from minutes to seconds in some cases. And in the fast-paced world of online gaming, every millisecond counts. Imagine you're playing a competitive shooter and you're the first one to load into the map. You've already got a tactical advantage because you can start planning your moves while your opponents are still staring at loading screens. Plus, SSDs are just inherently faster than HDDs, which means smoother texture streaming, less pop-in, and an overall more responsive gaming experience. Trust me, once you go SSD, you'll never want to go back. And last but not least, we have the power supply unit, or PSU, the often overlooked hero of your gaming PC. Now you might be thinking, Linus, how's the PSU going to affect my FPS? Well, my friend, it's all about providing clean, stable power to your components. Think of it like this, you've just upgraded to a beastly new graphics card and a power-hungry CPU. They're like two athletes ready to perform at their peak. But if your PSU is like a weak, unreliable energy drink, it's not going to give them the fuel they need to perform at their best. A reliable PSU with enough wattage and the right connectors ensures that your upgraded components get the power they need to run stably and their full potential. This means fewer crashes, less stuttering, and potentially even higher FPS, especially during demanding gaming sessions. So don't skimp on the PSU. Invest in a quality unit from a reputable brand to keep your system running smooth and stable for years to come. That's it for today's video. If you found this helpful, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more tech tips and reviews. See you in the next one.